From the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan to the nuclear testing programs conducted on indigenous lands in Island Gaynard, Marshall Islands, Kiribati, Motunui, French Polynesia, and Australia, namely the Montebello Islands, Emu Field, and the Maralinga, the Pacific is no stranger to the dangers of nuclear weapons. The contamination of lands and bodies is still felt today, as radiation exposure has had an irreparable effect on nuclear frontline communities' health, environment, and culture. As we learn more about just how far-reaching nuclear tests conducted around the world have been, the number of communities that can now be identified as nuclear affected continues to grow. The nuclear legacy and its effects are not limited to those whose lands and bodies were subjected to nuclear weapons use or testing. This unforgiving legacy also includes those whose lands were and continue to be exploited for uranium mining, milling, weapons development, radioactive waste disposal, and the nuclear fuel chain. Despite these realities, some within the region have yet to learn, or perhaps have forgotten, the lessons of nuclear legacy. The decision to release Japan's nuclear wastewater into the Pacific Ocean, which teems with marine life and which billions of people depend on, is one such example. In July, during the 10th Pacific Island Leaders meeting in Tokyo, Japan, the Pacific Island leaders approved Japan and TEPCO to continue the release of 1.34 million metric tons of radioactive wastewater into the Pacific Ocean. It is a dangerous and unprecedented development. These releases will cause irreversible damage if the Pacific Islands Forum leaders do not take a more assertive and, most importantly, unified stance against the dumping of toxic wastewater. The unwise decisions made by a few leaders today will impact the lives of so many future generations, but a united front can prevent this. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida assured the Pacific Island leaders that the release of wastewater is in line with international safety standards practices set by the International Atomic Energy Agency. However, it's important to note that the agency, while it does set safety standards, also supports and promotes nuclear energy production worldwide. This creates potential conflict of interests, as it may prioritize the interests of nuclear industry over the safety of environment and public health. Furthermore, it is no secret that Japan annually provides financial support for the agency, which creates more conflicts of interest. The IAEA cannot bite the hands that feed it. We ask today that the leaders of Japan reconsider their decision and take more time to find a safe solution. There are other alternatives. We also reiterate to all leaders to listen to nuclear frontline communities and understand the real harm that nuclear weapons and production has done and continues to do. Indigenous people for decades now have experienced the most harm from nuclear production. Uranium mining, the essential first step in nuclear weapons or energy production, is not safe. We all inhabit Mother Earth. We have already done irreparable harm to her. The search for a clean, safe source of energy is not in nuclear energy. It is not clean and it is not safe. Thank you.